Hey guys, it's PS. Today we're going over patch 10.8 champions tier list based on self-collected Korea server data among platinum or higher elo players. But the pick rate of the champion should be at least 0.5%, so if you don't see some champions, it means they have very low pick rate. We scored champions based on win rate, pick rate, ban rate, and counters the champions can get. Since pick and ban rates are considered along with win rate, newly getting tested or one-trick champions are difficult to be in the highest tier. However, champions who are worth to try among those champions will be introduced as hidden OP champions. Also, not only data from Platinum or above, but trend in high elo, which is Master or above, is considered as another factor in this champions tier list. This is because some champions played by highly skilled players may be underestimated or overlooked from its real value if we make a champions tier list solely based on win rates, pick rates, and ban rates. But when we recommend champions for low elo players, we consider the ecosystem of low elo. We gave a long explanation of how we evaluate champions tier list because our list differentiates from other websites or channels. As one of your references, let's see the champions tier list now. As always, we start with top. At first glance, it's notable that Maokai is showing the best performance. Currently, he's so overpowered that he's in another level than other top champions. With 12% pick rate, he has 52% win rates with almost no counter champions. Perhaps it's due to nerfs on his competitors. Another notable point in this list is that there are less champions in tier 1 and more in tier 2. The nerf on Set lowered his win rate and dropped him from OP to tier 2. In Platinum and Diamond, Aatrox and Set are now in similar stance. Renekton also has a slight drop in his win rate, but as Elise recovers after the patch, which will be discussed in Jungle's tier list, he made in tier 1. Wukong is in tier 1 with no comment. Champions up to tier 3 are pretty good based on matchup, especially there are multiple one-trick champions on tier 3. They have decent win rates but low pick rates, so don't think those champions are bad. From tier 4, champions' performances are a little uncertain like Gangplank, Camille, Vladimir, and Nasus. They share similar performances, and as we mentioned before, champions that scale and not strong in early game have low tiers. We have 3 hidden OP champions to recommend. First, even though Maokai has OP statistics, he only has 7% ban rate. He's one of the best hidden OP champions in this patch. Please take him if you can, and the next champion is Kled. He's a steady seller in hidden OP champions with 3.5% pick rate and 53% win rate. The last one is Volibear. Volibear has about 2.5% pick rates in both high elo and low elo, with 53% win rate. For any users, we recommend to learn Volley. And there are 2 champions that are like one-trick champions, but we can't overlook them. Top Olaf and Cassiopeia. These two have pretty high win rates on a few one-trick players regardless of meta. In patch 10.8 so far, Top Olaf has 1.5% pick rate with 54.5% win rate, and Top Cassiopeia has 0.5% pick rate with 54.2% win rate. These are just for your references. Lastly, we'll go over top 10 champions for low elo. This list is helpful for bronze, silver, gold, and maybe for platinum as well. First, Maokai, Darius, and Garen are absolutely overpowered. The remaining 7 champions are pretty good, but we'll talk about 2 of them today. Nasus continues to soar in this patch. There's a huge line between high elo and low elo, whether you can stop Nasus' scaling or not. Illaoi shows a better performance in this patch, keep it in mind. And as you may notice, champions like Set and Aatrox are not in the list. These champions are like double-edged sword in low elo. Instead, Volibear or Yorick are probably better. Next is jungle. We wonder if the old tier 1 meta is over. First, Elise halted in the beginning of this patch, but there is no champion like Elise in high elo. Someone asked us this question: with the shared experience nerf, shouldn't champions that are good at roaming, teamfighting, or diving have lower tier? Well, it's half right and half wrong. Lowering the shared experience doesn't mean grouping, roaming, ganking, or diving are not important. It just means champions that are less specialized in those have an opportunity now. Elise is still being highly valued in high elo, and the win rate is recovering after a dump. But she's not like absolute OP as before, but just a tier 1 jungler. Also, you can see that there are less champions in tier 1. This means that other champions have an opportunity to be picked now. Especially, it's remarkable that J4, Olaf, and Shaco dropped a tier. Also, Graves solidified his stance in Tier 1, and champions like Zac and Kindred show better performance. This is like the champions in low Tier 1 are balanced with Tier 2 champions. How about Kha'Zix? Well, first, his pick rate is too low to have a high score in this tier list. And even though his win rate went up, the current Tier 1 champions look so much better. Unless the Tier 1 list changes, Ka will suffer to be in Tier 1. However, if he was in Tier 4 to 5 in the previous patch, he's more in Tier 3 to 4, and as people find how to play him properly, he can be a proper counter of Tier 2 and 3 junglers. Let's see hidden OP champions. For high elo, if you can carry your team, Karthus and Graves have the highest carry potential. If these champions are not your style, play either Wukong or Elise, or even Kindred or Trundle. In these days, pro teams tend to pick Trundle over Lee Sin. Since Trundle shows a really good performance, please highly consider him. Expanding our scope to low elo, consider Zac and Shyvana as hidden OP champions. Top 10 champions for low elo are the following. Wukong and Graves show exclusive statistics. Wu has 6% pick rate with 53% win rate, and Graves has 12% pick rate with 51.7% win rate. Let's see if anything changed in Golden Balanced mid. The most notable change is Galio in Tier 1. In the last patch, Nimbia's Cloak Galio soared so quickly and his win rate and pick rate jumped like a staircase. Even more, his ban rate is continuously rising. Based on Korea server skill priority, W Master has a good win rate. Still, Galio has a lot of questions to answer to, such as he's still a supporting mid champion, he can't carry if team sucks, or he can't do anything against AD mid assassins. However, even with those concerns, he has a stable statistics of 9.8% pick rate and 51.5% win rate. We believe you can spam mid Galio if you ban mid Nocturne. The other Tier 1 champions look familiar, but FaZe, Diana, and Sylas dropped from Tier 1 to Tier 2. These champions got a little damage in patch 10.8. Next, Manamune Corki, who became popular due to LCK, has only 45% win rate in solo ranked. We mentioned Lissandra once before, but her win rate dropped back to her place. What's interesting is that we see Mid Annie in the tier list. But you don't need to be surprised by this, because Mid Annie is one of the champions that have high win rate by one tricks regardless of the meta. She has 0.6% pick rate with 55.5% win rate, which lands her in Tier 2, and normally she builds Predator and Protobell to assassinate and snowball. However, due to its difficulty, we don't highly recommend it. Let's see hidden OP champions now. Pantheon, Talon, Katarina, and Zoe show great performances, plus Galio for a conditional pick and Nocturne to counter Galio. The following champions are top 10 in low elo. We lose Pantheon, who's more useful in high elo, and we get Wukong instead. In low elo, existence of Wukong in your team, regardless of the lane, raises the chance of winning significantly. We believe you understand other champions without additional comment. The most important point in bot tier list is that Aphelios dove all the way down to Tier 4. Unless you're a master or above, let go of Aphelios now. Ezreal, Misfortune, and Varus consolidated Tier 1. Ashe attempted to join the frat group, but she ended up a little short from Tier 1. Meanwhile, Kalista dropped to Tier 3, but without non-AD bot like Cassiopeia and Yasuo, she's still okay along with Caitlyn and Vayne. Xayah's rank stepped up by 1 from the last, but her tier did not change. There's no point of picking hidden OP champions because gap between each tiers is significant, so we recommend to play either Misfortune, Ezreal, Cassiopeia, Ashe, or Varus. The list is similar in low elo, but in low elo, you can see Jhin is showing a better performance. And if you see Varus, Ashe, and Jhin, you can tell what type of ADCs are good in current meta. Last, we're going over support list. We see significantly less champions in Tier 1 hero game. At the same time, Thresh and Bard are indeed overpowered support. Especially, Bard is so good like old Aftershock Lux that it is stupid not to play Bard at this point. He's having 54.2% win rate with 8.8% pick rate. His win rate is even better if he builds Shirelia's Rivalry. 8 champions in Tier 2 showed similar performances, but Zed's support can be double-edged sword. He has 48% win rate with 8.6% pick rate. However, Zed and Misfortune is powerful composition and has 52% duo win rate. Among Tier 2, keep your eye on Maokai, Zilean, and Taric. These three are consistently getting better. Other than them, we can see Nautilus is completely falling with 48% win rate, and Soraka jumped from tier 5 to tier 4 due to a small buff in this patch. Next, quite a few asked us about Yuumi. With 14,000 sample size, Yuumi has 48.9% win rate with 8.7% pick rate. However, Yuumi and Varus duo showed 54.4% win rate. Thus, she can be in tier 2 with certain compositions. Why don't we go over boss synergy ranking as well? Only compositions with 500 or more games are included. By the way, synergy score is determined by how much can they increase each other's win rates instead of a simple duo win rate. Considering the number of games as well, we got the following result. Even though hidden OP champions include Maokai, Zilean, and Taric, playing Bard and Thresh are the best. Especially, Bard is just way too good right now. Top 10 in low elo are the following. Champions who need to engage in, but not tanky enough certainly don't go well in low elo. In addition to this, please don't play Ashe or Misfortune support in solo ranked. They should belong in tier 9 if it exists, and they have 46% and 42% win rate respectively. Today, we went over patch 10.8 PS Champions tier list. We could see small changes in every lane, and significantly reduced number of tier 1 champions. This also means it's your opportunity to play other champions. Hope this video helped your climbing. Thank you.